I've been sharing the process of buying a home here on the channel, Penny's Not Perfection, and today was closing day, which means we are now the owners of this new home. I honestly can't believe it now that it's official. It's a little bit crazy to think about. A month ago, we were not buying a house, and now we own a new home and we have a large new mortgage, and we signed a lot of legal documents today. Whew, that deserves a breath. Deep breath in and out. I've been working on that with my kids to regulate, so I have to do it to myself as well sometimes. But the closing appointment today was so different than my previous experiences. I went in feeling a little bit nervous, but also having a lot of conflicting emotions. That's been this whole process the whole time. I've been having the excitement and the happiness of this move and this change in our lives, along with the uncertainty and the fear that we're making a bad choice or it's a bad time or a number of other things. And honestly, today we went in feeling a little bit tired. A family member was taken to the hospital last night, so my husband was up there for a long time and didn't get a lot of sleep, and it was just a lot of uncertainty in our personal lives, and that of course carried over to our feelings in the morning for our closing appointment. And it was just, it felt like a lot. It felt like maybe once again, are we making the right decision? Because life is so unpredictable. We don't know what will happen. And those feelings came back up. It was just a general feeling of stress, not just because we were signing for a new mortgage and a new home, but the life stresses that had been happening this week. It was a busy week and a long week and a hard week. So we had a lot of stress going into the appointment. While that definitely colored the experience for me, the actual closing was great. It was so fast because our lender had us sign a bunch of the documents the day before. He had sent them all over and we signed them online. So it was super fast for the actual closing. We got there, we signed our documents. It was literally maybe 15 minutes, which was so fast and just a great experience. The realtor and the lender that we're working with both showed up and they were both there, which was really nice. And then the title company attorney was someone that I knew from high school back in the day. So that was kind of fun too, just to see her. I hadn't seen her in forever, but I did like working with her, and she kind of went over everything that we did sign at the actual appointment. So the actual experience of signing the paperwork and chatting with everyone there was great. The realtor and the lender both brought us little happy gifts, which was nice. Of course, they are getting our business, so they are getting something out of it, and good for them because they both worked really hard on this experience and made it so much easier for us than I was expecting. I honestly thought this would be so much harder than it actually was. And I am very grateful that we had the chance to work with them and that they made it so easy for us. It was a great reminder too that who you work with during this process makes a huge difference in your experience. And honestly, finding a good realtor and a lender that you enjoy working with, and basically all of the professionals that will help you during this process, is so important. Because after closing, when my husband and I finished and we had left and we started talking, we realized that we probably will eventually do this again. And we like the people we worked with enough to use them again next time. That did not happen the first time that we bought a home. So having that now makes me so much more confident for the future purchases that we have when we do eventually maybe move again. Whatever happens, we know that at least we have people that we like working with and that are really professional and gave us a great experience, so that if we do decide to do this again, we have those people already in place. Another thing that closing made me feel was the fact that it was so anticlimactic for us because yes, we did the paperwork, we signed everything, we officially own the house, but we did not get our keys yet because we are giving the seller extra time to move out just because we know their situation. They just literally this week had a baby and they are buying their next home, but they had to close on this home to buy that home. So we decided to allow them time to move out, and we will be getting the keys from them in 2 days. So that made it feel a little bit less real. So yes, we went and we signed the paperwork, but we didn't actually get the keys. We didn't celebrate. We didn't do anything special. And I think that that was probably a mistake, but we will be able to correct that and celebrate when we do actually get the keys. So I'm excited to do that in a couple days and experience that feeling of celebration, since I didn't get it today on the actual closing day. And that was just because it wasn't as tangible without like getting the keys and going over to the house and unlocking the door. So that will be something that we have to do in the future. All in all, I think it was a really good experience, and that is going to be the end of the series of buying the home, because now we are the homeowners and we will be moving on to doing a lot of things like repairs and getting it to the level and the style that we like, which is the fun part. We get to style our home and make it ours, and that is super exciting. And I'll be putting some of those videos in the membership of the channel. So if anyone's interested, you can join and see those. And then here on the actual channel, of course, I will be telling you guys what we're doing with our old home and also how we are going to be paying off this mortgage. So we are basically now moving from buying the house to paying off the house, which is pretty much what I had planned, but I will be having more videos about our plan to pay off the house and how we plan to do that, because it's going to be a big undertaking, but I think it's going to work out and it's going to be amazing for our family. I am so excited. I am. I had to share that. I feel like I rambled a bit about like the bad feelings, but I am also incredibly excited. Thank you guys so much for the support and being here and just cheering us on and giving us helpful advice. I appreciate this community so very much. And I'm so excited to share the next phase of our journey with you guys. See you in the next video.